What's happening, people? I'm here with the main man.
It's the champ.
Make sure you tune into Pep Talk UK, where it talks boxing and
big up.
Thank you, AJ.
Pep Talk UK. It's time!
Everyone talk good game, but it don't really faze me. The man that ain't mad like Max, the way not murky like Ace B. And them gal walk the slide on the back balling like a baby.
Oi, oi, welcome to the Pep Talk UK Sports Podcast, the podcast that talks the major boxing and football news from around the globe, real points of view from a real panel, hashtag real talk on Pep Talk. Please subscribe to Pep Talk UK on iTunes and YouTube. Don't forget to like, share and comment. Now I'm your host Frankie B. And I'm joined by a sick panel. Firstly, I'd like to welcome back the Frenchman with more vavavoom than Thierry Henry. It's the Pep Talk boy, Pascal. How you doing, bruv?
Oh, Frankie B, I'm very well. Let me first take the opportunity to wish you bonne année, bonne santé, to you and to all our Pep Talk listeners, and may 2018 be a fruitful year.
Yes, 2018. I'm hoping to win a lottery, my friend, this year.
Well, you know, there was a big jackpot of 400 million. I'm not sure if you done it, but certainly got my numbers sorted, mate.
Good. Well, you know, I owe you a Ferrari if I win anyway.
Of course. More than that, we can buy a whole fleet of it. But looking forward to more interviews, to talk more boxing, more football, more sport in general. You know, it's good to be back, and it's good to be given another year. You know, not many people saw 2018, so you know, big
the count of blessings.
Everybody. Absolument. Very pleased.
Cool. Pascal, you want to shout out your social media?
Yes, certainly. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Same address, Pascal_Desad at Instagram and on Twitter. Merci beaucoup.
Yes, the Frenchman. Now I'd like to welcome back on the show, back again. It's the UK rapper, TYSON. How you doing, brother?
Hello, bro. I'm alright, man. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. You have a good Christmas, mate?
Yeah, definitely. It was actually my birthday as well, 2 days after Christmas, so I got a lot of prezzies and I enjoyed myself.
What's been happening with the music? What's the plan this year?
Yeah, this year, obviously, all the boys are invited, but I've got a video shoot on the 27th of January. It's going to be like in Canary Wharf and that. It's going to be, it's an Afrobeat tune. It's a big track. I've got label backing on it as well. So obviously, so obviously I'm just going in for this one. I've got an EP and a mixtape that I'm releasing before March as well.
Just one thing is, if you invite Pascal, you need to warn the models in the video.
Yeah, no. There'll be more than enough for you, Pascal. Trust me.
Merci. Right, you want to shout out your social media handles?
It's basically just Instagram, TWYSMAN. The only different one is Facebook, and that's TWYSMAN Artist.
Cracking stuff. Finally, let's welcome back to the show. It's been more than a minute. It's the man that will fight for the Commonwealth title against Reece Bellotti at London's O2 Arena on Feb 3rd. It's the man they call Duracell. Ben Jones, how you doing, brother?
Not bad at all, thank you very much, and Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year, mate.
Happy New Year.
Obviously, you wasn't tucking into the Christmas pudding because you got to get ready for a big fight.
I'm afraid not. None of that for me this year. So, but thoroughly enjoyed it still. So it was great. I've got a little 3-year-old, so it was fantastic to have watch her enjoy Christmas. That was good enough for me.
Yeah, and I suppose when you're chasing after your 3-year-old, it helps you to burn calories. And
blimey, she's a mini Duracell, believe me.
Alrighty. So, how's training going?
That's right. Yeah, 4.5 weeks time. So training's going great. Everything's good. I generally a fit guy anyway. I'm not a lad that sort of slouches around, gets fat and out of shape. I'm generally a fit individual. It's normally just a weight I have to worry about more than anything. Don't get me wrong, I pick up my training to extremes, sort of kill myself in the gym, but it's just more for the weight, and the weight's coming off lovely, so I've got no worries, everything's great.
Is there anything you do different when you're fighting for a strap, a Commonwealth title?
Not really, mate, because in the last sort of 3 years, mate, I've been obviously in and out of title fights and stuff, so really now it's pure business, you know. It's a full-time job as well, so it's what I do, you know. So it's all goes with the you know, what you have to do, like, yeah, the territory. There you go. That's it. So yeah,
cool.
Looking forward to it.
A lot of people have you as the underdog with this fight against Reece Bellotti.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Mainly because he's got a 91% knockout ratio. But you have a lot of experience and have already won the WBO Intercontinental strap.
Yeah.
Will you use your experience to your advantage?
100%. This is sort of, if you want to look at it, sort of young versus old, but it's, you know, we see this with Joshua as well, didn't we, recently? You know, Joshua was just fighting Klitschko. Klitschko come, you know, don't get me wrong, he went the young way. It's not going to this time, but here you go. It's all fun, you know. It's all what we've got to do, and we've got what happens on the night. It's what happens on the night. What happens in the ring is what talks. There you go.
Feb 3rd. Have you got any predictions?
Oh, of course, I'm not in it to lose, mate. There's no way I'm ever going to get in that ring to lose. Not a chance. So the win is my side, so don't you worry about that. But yeah, I'm just there to enjoy it as well. Just go and enjoy it, and I'll come out victorious.
Cracking. Well, we had a few words and a quick interview with Reece Bellotti, who gave his thoughts on the fight come Feb 3rd.
Pep Talk UK are joined by a mate of mine. It's Reece the Bomber Bellotti. Reece, how's Christmas?
All good, mate. Just in the zone, in camp, basically. Just pretty boring. Nothing special.
How much food do you get down there?
Very minimal. I didn't want to eat too much. I was busy training. I was just on my regime, really. I had a little bit of chicken and turkey and that, but other than that, nothing.
You're back at the O2, 3rd of Feb. Commonwealth strap being defended. Ben Duracell Jones, what do you think of him?
Yeah, good fighter. Listen, he's been around. He's been a lot more experienced than I am. Look, I need to choose the right fights for my development as a fighter. I'm still a relative novice. I know I've come quite far, as in like winning titles and stuff. But for my development, I think he's a perfect fighter for me.
How you reckon the fight's going to go down? He has got an engine on him. As have you?
Yeah, exactly that. It's going to be a great fight. That's the main thing, really. It's going to be entertaining for the fans and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to win. So,
Jim Max obviously got Jake Ball. He's won the WBA Intercontinental. He's got yourself with all the little belt collection you've got going. Where's this young stable heading in 2018?
Listen, onwards and upwards. We're looking to win more titles, and hopefully next year I'll be boxing for more titles, British, European. We'll see where we go from there.
Cracking night of boxing as well. You got a Coley Chamberlain on that night. You're going to be, after your fight, having a little peek at what's going on there.
Oh, 100%. It's like the beef between the two of them is good, and it's good for the sport. You know what I mean? Everyone's looking at it for that reason. So, yeah, it'll be a good night and it'll be a good fight. I can't wait to see it.
And in your expert opinion, what way is that going to go?
Oh, it's a close one because I like both fighters, to be honest. I don't like Reece. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, they're really nice fellas. I know them both, and I don't know. It's one of those ones. It's like it's genuine 50-50 in my opinion. I know Coley's obviously boxed at a high level with the Olympics and stuff like that, but God, if I had to get off the fence, I'd say Chamberlain on points, maybe.
See, I don't get off that fence. I stay on it. I just say the best man win.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not fussed either way. Whoever wins, is like they're both nice fellas, and I know it's going to be an entertaining fight. But yeah, I don't know if it's just. I know Chamberlain's got a little bit more experience than a Coley. Is that going to pay dividends in the fight? I'm not sure. But
well, Reece, we're going to be there fight night, cheering you on like we always do. Go get that win.
That's it, mate. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Right, now, Ben, do you want to shout out your social media?
Yeah, it's at Ben Jones Boxer. That's for Twitter. I believe it's the same for Instagram. And I think it's the same for my Facebook as well. But, yes, At Ben Jones Boxer.
Ben Jones. Feb third. Right, guys, we're going to get into the boxing. Ladies and gents, for the fight fans locked in, for the football fans locked in, now it's time for some real talk on Pep Talk. Let's go. Yes, we ready. Let's get into it. It's real talk. It's Pep Talk. So we're going to start with the boxing. And let's start the year big and talk about unification. Anthony Joshua says a fight with Joseph Parker is 95% done to take place at the end of March. Get in there. Now, Pascal, it looks like we're going to be served up another great night of boxing in the UK. AJ wants a full strap and is willing to compromise financially to fulfill his sporting ambitions.
Well, look, in terms of money, he's not short of a bubble too, but we can always do with more, It's always good to have a few more zeros in the bank. But I think that it's good to see that Anthony Joshua is certainly chasing a legacy, and for him it's more of a legacy fight than it is about the purse strings, if I must say so. He's got a great opportunity, to, as you say, to add a potential fourth title, to his currently IBF, IBO and WBA heavyweight championship. So, in terms of the numbers of titles, you can see that AJ is certainly, in my opinion, the undisputed champion, irrespective of the two belts that out there.
Remain, yep.
He's got the majority of them, and he's certainly the cash cow and the man to beat. But, it's good for the sport of boxing. I think that over the last few years, we've seen many fighters, come together, willing to put their so-called, zeros and undefeated records on the line. And we certainly have this in this AJ Joseph Parker fight. I think it's a mega fight because, Parker, though, he doesn't have the same, popularity as AJ worldwide, he's still nonetheless a very good fighter. He will give AJ a very good fight. He's got a better mobility than most fighters that AJ might have faced, except for, of course, Klitschko. He's also got some power, and it is himself also, he's got good world-class pedigree, so he's not a chump as most people would think, and I think it will be a much more difficult fight than we give Parker credit for. So I'm looking forward to that fight, and to me it's a dangerous fight for Anthony Joshua because, Parker is he's a good all-round technical boxer, and the fight against Fury wasn't the best fight to showcase his talent, but he still managed to win. And you got to give him some credit for that.
Dubiously, I might add.
Well, not taking anything away from Hughie Fury, but Hughie Fury did a lot of movement, and stars make fights, and some judges do not particularly like the stick and move approach, particularly at heavyweight. They expect much more of an exchange between the two fighters. But I think that Parker is the kind of fighter that would rise to the occasion. Being from New Zealand, being of a sort of Maori tribe, also, they're very proud people, and he's got a lot to put. He's got a lot to prove, and as the underdog, that may well fuel him a bit more. So I think it's still a dangerous fight, for Anthony Joshua. I don't think that Joshua should go in there thinking he's going to wipe the floor with Parker. He's, after all, he's a world champion, and he's managed to successfully defend that title twice now. So you got to give him some credit. But I think the atmosphere, the experience, may well be too overwhelming for Parker, and he may well crumble, but he'll be a good test of character for Parker, and also an opportunity for the world to see that he's a gentleman. He's not the kind of a trash-talking boxer. I think he'll come in quite respectful, but also thinking that he could win the fight.
Now, Ben, should this fight happen, Joseph Parker, he's going to be a winner all round, isn't he? Even if he does lose, if you get my drift.
I think so as well. Yeah, I mean, for Parker, it's a win-win in some ways. I mean, he's going to earn a few bob as well. Plus, if I believe, which will happen, he will lose, and if and when he does, I believe that. So what? He's going to walk away with no shame at all. I mean, he can still massively come back, probably jump straight into something else that's big, make money again. If he does very well, or and he does well, it could be a rematch. There's a potentially huge, you know, for him. So I would take that fight all day long, and I bet the money is very good as well. So I would definitely do so.
Yeah. And for him as well, you know, he just has to even just put on a good performance, because even if he does that and it goes to points, which no one's been to with Anthony Joshua,
that's right.
he can set up another potential money spinning fight, and he'll enhance his reputation even further.
Definitely, I think just from fighting Anthony Joshua, as long as he does okay, you know, his reputation's only going to go up. Get more well known to your British public as well, so all around the world. I think it's a win-win for him. I really do, but I can't see him winning. I really can't. You know, I think there is levels at the for the heavyweights, and I know he's a world champion, but I do believe he's slightly below the top 4. Yeah,
and a lot of people do target Joseph Parker as the easiest way to pick up a strap. So my personal opinion is
maybe so.
My personal opinion is AJ will win that fight comfortably, but I think there's more difficult test ahead. Wilder,
definitely,
Ortiz, even Povetkin now is in the picture.
It's clever matchmaking as well, because Josh is a young man, and it's keeping the public interested. It's selling. It's making people enjoy their boxing, but it's moving up to these big fights, your Wilders, and hopefully Tyson Fury when he's back in shape. And there's your time where people actually go, wow, who's going to win? No, and it makes it great, and that's what we're all waiting for.
Now, Swissman, can AJ potentially be overlooking Joseph Parker, or should it be literally routine as we just discussed?
To be honest, I did see an Anthony Joshua interview the other day, and he was saying that like Parker's confidence recently has thrown him off a bit, because he was thinking it would be like, alright, not an easy fight, but you know, just a comfortable win. But he's saying recently Parker's confidence is making him think, like, what's going on over there?
Maybe he's got a new girlfriend. Maybe he's got a new girlfriend there.
So, me personally, I think it will be like, I think if Parker does put up a performance and go anywhere near 6 rounds, maybe even 7-8 rounds, that's great for Parker. But I honestly don't see it going past like 4 or 5 rounds. I think, or even Joshua might even take him out before. Me, honestly, but I don't think he's actually overlooking Parker. I don't think right now. I think Joshua's in the kind of mind frame that he's not really overlooking anyone, because I'm seeing like
people are giving an extra 10% now against him. They're giving like Takam fought a hell of a fight against him.
Yes, and I think he's realising that. I think his boxing maturity recently is just you know skyrocketed. So I don't think he will actually overlook anyone.
Yeah. And you know what? One thing I would say is AJ shouldn't come in super heavy like the last fight. Yeah.
Yes.
Parker is mobile, alright? So he needs to be able to pin him down. So he'll need some good mobility in the ring.
Yeah, I was going to say one thing with Parker. I've noticed that he's got like, it's weird. It's like his head movement. Yeah, it's not really like really blatant, but
it's quite open. He's a very open fighter. That's why he's perfect in match for Joshua.
He evades shots nicely though. He evades it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's weird. So I do think I think Parker will be tricky, but I just think Joshua's got too much. And like you were saying before, I think Wilder will be a test. Unless I think Joshua is definitely more technical, but I just want to see him hold one of them punches and see, if Wilder's got the power that everyone, is talking about.
Yeah, we'll wait and see if the fight materializes, but we look forward to 2018. It's going to be another big year for boxing. Now it's football time. The Premier League is ongoing, but it's January and the transfer window is open for business. As an Arsenal fan, it's usually an upsetting time for me, but anyway. Now, I'd like to welcome MJ. How you doing, brother?
Frankie D, MJ in the building. I want to start by wishing all our listeners a very happy new year. guys, I hope you really had everything you wanted. I know I'm pretty excited, Frankie B. We already signed VVD, Virgil van Dijk, for a stupid amount of money. You know, we're talking 75 million. Are you joking? But you know what? There's plenty of time to discuss this as well as all the other major talking points with everyone on the pod tonight.
My guy, and you know, to supplement matters tonight, we've got a Man United fan as well. You know, just to balance it out. You know,
To balance it out, you know. Yeah. You know what?
Always supporting the Devils, you know.
You know, we might get around to be talking about Lukaku, which apparently how have you calling Lukaku?
Nah, man.
you know, look, quite a few guys on road.
Minion not.
Quite a few guys on road now calling him Lukaku.
I know, they're trying it. But he's the guy, man. He's the guy, man.
Okay, guys. All right. So we mentioned VVD, Virgil van Dijk, who's completed his £75 million deal to Liverpool FC. Now, Liverpool, MJ are certainly heading in the right direction. You had a problem in your defensive backline, and you just gone and signed a guy that can really help address those issues.
Frankie B, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, I do have to say, on that price tag of 75 million, are you joking? That is more than what Chelsea paid for Morata. I think we can keep on going. That is a lot of money. But at the same time, when you look at it, at the fact in which we have signed Matip, we got him on a free, and as well as the fact that we let Sacco go as well, that money doesn't seem to be as much. Even though we're talking about Paul Pogba money we're spending on a centre half, which is crazy. But you know what? As football fans go, this is what happens. We complain when our team overpaid players, and we complain when they don't sign players. I won't be on this end of complaining we spend too much for players, as opposed
too less. Yeah,
as opposed to wondering what is going on. We need a striker, and my manager goes to sign Yaya Shinoga. I'll rather be on this end than be on the Yaya Shinoga end. So you know what? I'm pleased with this transfer. But you know what? This transfer probably means the end of Philippe Coutinho's time at Liverpool. I mean, already reports are going Liverpool actually ready to negotiate with Barcelona in January, which would be crazy. But every Liverpool supporter, I think, at this stage, will not begrudge Coutinho that transfer, especially since we've spent quite a lot of money. Let's get some money back and maybe even try to sign Thomas Lemar in this window.
Even without Coutinho, you were scoring goals, right?
Well, yeah, the Egyptian Messi, Frankie B.
Salah, exactly.
So we got Egyptian Messi and Black Suarez. I think we'll be alright with that.
Yeah, that's it. You got Firmino as well, you know. You got Chamberlain to come on off the bench. You got Lallana to come off the bench. Attack-wise, I think you're minted, mate. Attack-wise, so I feel that loss of Coutinho won't really be a massive thing. And you know what makes things better for Liverpool is next season the prospect of having Naby Keita as well as Van Dijk. Right now, you're looking at the spine of your team. That is looking, mate. It's looking more than tantalising for next season.
Yep. Frankie B, we spoke about Naby Keita on this pod. To all the listeners, I'm sure they'll be well aware. A player who actually has more interceptions than N'Golo Kante. He had the most interceptions in Europe top 5 leagues last season. But in addition to that, he scores goals. So we're talking about a midfield dynamo coming in. So you know what? I'm very, very pleased. Liverpool, we did pay a premium for him. We paid an extra 10 million to make sure that we actually secured the deal this summer for next summer, because his release clause only comes into effect in the summer. But just to make sure we beat off competition from Barcelona and everyone else, we paid extra. Which again lets me know, because FSG, the chaps in charge of Liverpool, they never overspend. The fact they're paying for Virgil van Dijk,
they're going to balance the books, yeah?
Well, yeah. I mean, Phil Coutinho is definitely up to Barcelona. We know that. But happy days, you know, happy days.
Happy days for me, mate. Happy days for me as well, and Pascal, you know, and also Chris, mate.
Well, you know, I think that from my point of view, Frankie B, and I'm sure that Twistman will agree, and to some extent Mike himself, the acquisition of Van Dijk, you know, spells that Liverpool will cement their 4th place.
Oh, definitely.
Because, you know, they've had troubles with their defense, you know, and even though that Mickey Mouse defense has been terrible, looking at the league, they're still very much ahead of, you know, quite marginally,
Arsenal
but still,
and Spurs, yeah. 7 points ahead of Arsenal.
And you know, and my belief is that the Arsenal and the Spurs team are certainly more balanced, but so somehow Liverpool attack is prolific, and if the defense was better, they would be competing for the title, I believe. So, you know, they've addressed that, and I believe that the Van Dijk acquisition will make them a much better side in the second half of the season, and it's a strategic acquisition which will cement their 4th place, you know. So it certainly spells the end of Arsenal's wish of to break into that top 4. I think that's completely gone now. Yeah. You know.
And unless Wenger pulls a rabbit out of the hat, but I very much doubt it. But Liverpool,
he's got to pull a few rabbits.
Well, to be honest, you know, he needs to pull a rabbit and about 3 naked women. Well, you know, because a rabbit is being off. He needs to pull out some models from the hat.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about Arsenal, Pascal. Where do we? I say we, Arsenal. Where do we need to strengthen? Because Liverpool have developed a gap. You know, they've just gone to strengthen their team. Arsenal need to do something, surely.
Well, you know, I've read in the French blogs that Wenger wants to, you know, acquire many players during this January transfer window. Now, the concern I have is that Sanchez could potentially go to Manchester City, even though Pep Guardiola said that he doesn't think he will sign him. But with Kevin De Bruyne and Jesus currently out on the sidelines, there will be a requirement for Manchester City to keep up the pressure and maintaining that lead. So they could welcome for Sanchez, and I think that if they were to offer anywhere between 30 to 35 million, Arsenal would take it. If Ozil also decides to go, you know, whether he goes to Manchester United or goes somewhere else, you know, again, you'll leave a very big gap in Arsenal's, you know, playing, you know, midfield and attacking.
We've been linked with the Hoffenheim midfielder, Karim Demirbay. Yeah, Demirbay. I mean, who are ya? I mean, it's Wenger's, you know, is his obsession of you know, trying not to buy for now but trying to buy for the future, and you know, and we've seen that doesn't quite work. You know, there's also some rumors that Lucas Perez may well come back, because we have it. Yes, of course, because there's rumors that Theo Walcott may well join Southampton, and Olivier Giroud is obviously, you know, injured for some time, so we could potentially lack a lot of firepower. And if you consider Walcott going, Sanchez going, and Ozil going, you know, and with the existing, you know, attacking midfield options that are not necessarily in our favour, there will be potentially a lack of goals. So Lucas Perez could well be the person to come back and to provide us with a more attacking flair. But you know, to be honest with you, Frankie B, we seriously need a lot of reinforcements. Yeah, a lot. Even a couple of loan moves for us would be ideal if we can get some loan moves in the midfield section. I mean, Ramsey is injured. We've got Coquelin who's not playing very well. Jack Wilshere is coming back, but he had a terrible game, you know, against West Brom. so you know, so it shows to me that the consistency is not there, and to be able to even sniff at Liverpool's derrière, we need to have a lot of attacking options, because I'm sorry, but games against West Brom, bottom of the table, these are the guys that you should be beating to keep up the momentum. But the fact that we are not winning those games, and we also are now having to face Chelsea very soon, it is going to be very difficult. Indeed it is. Now, Twistman, onto your team, Man United.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, there's a big gap from Man City. Yeah. What do you need to do to try and claw back this lead in the transfer window? Who would you need to sign to and bridge the gap?
Okay, on a positive note, I do actually think, like, I would normally think Manchester United didn't sign anyone during the January transfer window, but
apparently you need more money. Your manager needs to spend more money, right?
Yeah, Mourinho has been hinting for a whole month, bruv. So obviously now, I heard in his last press conference he was saying that he was just hinting that maybe we need someone now. I think to be honest, I don't think we're going to bridge the gap back now. I think it's summer is the time we're going to bridge it. I don't think Griezmann, I don't think Dybala, I don't think that anyone serious like Bell, anyone seriously big is going to come during the January transfer window.
It's fun. Over the last few days, we've seen Man United be linked with about 35 million move from Bordeaux. I mean, this is someone who Tottenham actually put in a bid for a few days ago. At Tottenham,
Serious?
50 million, and yeah, they had that knocked back. But apparently, United will still go back. Plus, United did try to sign a left back. Unfortunately, they tried to sign Luis Garmido, the player who was Barcelona. Amazing left back, left because of Jordi Alba. But unfortunately, he's going to sign for Napoli. Well, fortunately for the rest of us. Yeah, but unfortunately for Mourinho and United, he's agreed to join Napoli. That really good Napoli on at left back. So United definitely after a left back, and they're definitely after some sort of attacking player. Obviously with the Lukaku or whatever you guys call it. And obviously, well, the Lion himself, Ibrahimovic, who calls himself the Lion. So you've got Lukaku and the Lion both out injured. So I don't know. I mean, who would you love to see United sign this transfer?
Okay, to be honest, I like Ozil. I think he'll just fit straight. We need, like, literally.
I don't think you're being inflammatory. Coming to the Arsenal.
Do you know what it is? I just want to see the reaction of certain Arsenal fans first. Then obviously, I just think, he's got so much creative play that I think he's got like a nice spine behind him, which I don't think he's got at Arsenal, and that's why a lot of the problems existing. So I think he's got a nice spine behind him. I just think, and someone like really fast that will take on players, like, I don't know, as I was saying, I'll take Sanchez or Griezmann. I'll take Sanchez or Griezmann.
Wow, Sanchez, that would really break my heart. But you know what it is? Bailey's been injured for a while, right? It's not going to be back anytime soon.
No one's actually mentioning that.
That's the thing. You need a defender, because Chris Smalling and Phil Jones, mate, that is not a frightening prospect at centre half.
Panicky. It's real. I don't know what Smalling. Throughout all the years I've seen him play, he's the most panicky player. Have you seen it on the ball? On the ball, he puts everyone under pressure. It's ridiculous. So I do think we need a replacement there. But I don't know, January transfer window, so because everyone's in the Champions League, like most of the big teams,
and the World Cup is coming. He wants to move before the World Cup, etc.
That's what I'm saying. You don't even know if you're going to settle in this country, obviously, if you're a foreign player. So I just think January is going to be a bit hard, but it's a positive note that obviously I've heard Mourinho's going for a few players though, so
spend. Right, guys, that's our time. We'll keep you fully up to speed with the transfer window week by week. But I'd like to thank Twistman, Benjiro Jones, MJ and Pascal. Join us again next week for another Pep Talk UK podcast. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave your comments in the box below. Thank you.
Pep Talk